Welcome to Hooked on Health. My name is Samm Jenny, and today we're talking about relationships. Although they can often be overlooked, I do want to emphasize the importance of a healthy support system and how it can affect your mental, physical, and spiritual health. A healthy support system should include someone to go to for information, advice, guidance, or someone who will listen, like a coach, a like-minded individual in the community, a member of your family, trusted friends, or a partner. By developing and maintaining a healthy support system, you can find daily guidance, motivation, inspiration, someone to lean on and celebrate your victories with you as you continue your health and wellness journey. The first step to fostering a better relationship with others is to foster a better relationship with ourselves. Noah Zingarelli is a fellow integrative nutrition health coach that specializes in spiritual development through mindfulness practices and whole person healing through energetic balancing. I am so grateful to have him on the show and can't wait to share his practice with you.
Hi everyone, my name is Noah and I'm an integrative nutrition health coach and a meditation teacher. And I'm really happy to be joining you today to talk a little bit about the practice of mindfulness meditation and how it can help you foster better relationships with yourself and with others in your life. So first, let's talk a little bit about what mindfulness is exactly. Mindfulness can very simply be defined as bringing your attention or the focus of your mind to a single point and then just noticing whatever arises in your mind without any judgment or any bias. So when I say we bring our mind or our focus to a single point, we're going to use our breath today. So your breath is a very constant, steady point that you'll always have to access. And by bringing your focus to your breath, it's a way of helping you with concentration and with being more present and by just simply noticing what's going on around you. So the Tibetan word for mindfulness is Gom, G-O-M, and Gom means to become familiar with. So it's helpful to think of meditation and mindfulness as a practice that helps you become more familiar with yourself, who you are, what's going on in your mind. Through the practice of meditation and mindfulness, we begin to see what our mind does. We begin to notice where our thoughts are going. And by simply noticing that, we get to know ourselves a little better. We start to become friends with ourselves, in a way. The idea really is to come to a place of self-acceptance. And this practice can really help you get there. And when you're more accepting of yourself, it helps you be more accepting of others. When we stop judging ourselves so harshly and thinking we need to be perfect all the time, we in turn transfer that to other people too. We start to gain more compassion, not only for ourselves, but for other people. So I'm going to explain to you a little bit about the practice. I'll give you the step-by-step instructions. And this practice is really the very sort of like the basic and not basic in a way that it's, not useful or, not like an advanced practice or something, but really all mindfulness practices and meditation practices really do come down to concentration. Are you able to direct your mind to a single point? Are you able to listen to someone if you're following a guided meditation, or repeating a mantra, or listening to a sound, or in our case, following your breath? So with repeated practice of this technique, what will begin to happen is you'll get greater clarity, greater strength, and greater stability in your mind. You begin to cut through the accumulation of stress and anxiety that builds up in our lives. And you begin to live in a more wakeful way. You begin to become more synchronized in your body and mind. So it's a very simple practice. That doesn't mean it's easy at all. I recommend everyone give it a try and start with 5 minutes a day, maybe 3 or 4 times a week. And try to commit to that practice. And then as you get more comfortable, add another day, add a little more time. and just keep trying it. Over time, you'll begin to notice the benefits of it. And let's begin. So the first step is that you're going to take your seat. Now, you're probably at home watching this, and I'm in a nice comfortable chair right here. You can sit on a cushion on the floor. Sitting in a chair is perfectly fine. You want to just be in a comfortable position where you can sit for a good amount of time. As I was saying earlier, start with 5 minutes, but eventually try and work up to 20 minutes a day doing this sitting practice. And so it's important to be comfortable. Also important to note, if at any time you get uncomfortable, if you're sitting on the floor with legs crossed and your leg falls asleep, or your back gets a little stiff, you can certainly readjust, have a little stretch, move your legs, and then just reset in your seat. So that's totally fine. This is a very gentle practice, okay? We're not trying to be too rigid or too strict. No one's going to come around and smack you if you're not sitting properly. The important part is that you're comfortable, okay? So just sitting in a chair, wherever you are, you want to have a straight back, and you want to have, your head nice and upright. And one interesting thing about this practice and with mindfulness is that we meditate with our eyes open. So not a lot of people, if you've ever tried meditation, are used to meditating with your eyes open. Usually we meditate with our eyes closed. Nothing wrong with that at all. But if you think about mindfulness, it really is being aware of what's around you, your surroundings. So if we're shutting our eyes and closing our eyes, we're shutting off that sense perception. And we don't want to do that. So we want to have our eyes open, and your gaze can be just down on the floor in front of you, maybe about 4 or 6 feet in front of you. And it's just a soft gaze. You're not looking at anything too intensely. Just let your eyes fall down on the floor very softly. Another benefit of the eyes open practice is that your meditation practice begins to bleed into your life, okay? It's like you take it off the cushion, you take it off the seat. Meditation and mindfulness is not just the 5 minutes or the 20 minutes that we're sitting doing the actual practice. It's about bringing that into your life, bringing greater awareness, greater presence, greater focus, greater sense of just being here now in the moment in whatever you're doing. Grocery shopping, ordering a coffee, at work, talking with a friend. We live in a world full of distractions, now more than ever. So this practice will help you be more present, be more focused in what's happening right now in your life, because really that's where we're living, is here, right now in this moment. So the more that we can be here in the moment, rather than thinking about what's coming up in the future or thinking about something that's already happened, the greater experience, joy, connection, all of that we'll have, okay? So that's the deal with the eyes open. Now, one thing you can do with your hands is place them just gently on your knees or your thighs, wherever they comfortably fall. And having your hands palm down helps settle the mind, okay, and helps start to bring the thoughts down. So we've got our seat here. This is called taking your seat. So that's the first step. Take your seat. Now, the next step is, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to take our awareness, we're going to take our focus, we're going to take our attention and place it on our breath. So just gentle inward and outward, inhale, exhale. You're not manipulating your breath in any way, trying to count your breath or hold it. We're just breathing. Okay, we do it all day, every day. Sometimes we're aware of our breath, sometimes we take a deep breath. Most times we're breathing and we're not even aware of it. So this is a chance to notice our body just doing what it does naturally. So just bring your awareness, bring your focus to your breath. And sometimes it's helpful to notice where the breath is moving in your body. So maybe you feel the rising and the falling in your abdomen, or maybe your chest, you feel it. Just notice wherever you feel the felt sensation of the breath in the body. You might notice it at your nostrils as the air moves in. You might even hear a little sound. The air coming in might feel a little cool, and the air going out might be a little warmer now that it's been circulating through your lungs for a minute. So this is step 2. Step 1, take your seat. Step 2, place your awareness, place your focus on your breath. Now, step 3 is that when you notice your thinking, when your mind starts to wander, you simply notice it. That's the real moment of mindfulness, is when you notice, I'm not focused on my breath anymore. I'm thinking, what's for dinner? What time do the kids have practice? What am I doing tomorrow? All the thoughts that come in. It's totally normal to have thoughts. When you're meditating especially, all day we're running around, thousands of thoughts are going around through our head. It's not until we stop and do something like this where we're like, realize, whoa, there's a lot going on up here. So be easy with yourself, okay? Be gentle with yourself. You're not gonna have a totally clear mind the first time you do this. And I'm sorry to say, you're not gonna have a totally clear mind the 10,000th time that you've done this either. It's just the nature of our minds. But we can start to learn how to work with the mind and with the thoughts. So when the thoughts do come, and they will, simply notice. Say to yourself, thinking. Just label the thought thinking. You don't have to judge it. Please don't judge yourself. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not a bad meditator. It's completely normal to have thoughts while you meditate and to get lost in some sort of thought train. Don't try and figure out where the thought came from, how you even got to where you are once you realize you're thinking. None of that matters. Everything is just a thought, so just simply label it thinking. Just to yourself mentally. You don't have to say it out loud or anything. And that's the real moment there of mindfulness, when you have that, you realize, I'm not present right now, I'm thinking. It's fine, it's not a problem, but just simply bring your focus back to your breath in that moment. So let's just review the steps, and then we'll sit for a few minutes together. So step 1 is take your seat. You want to have a comfortable seat, a little upright, but not too uptight. Place your hands palm down on your knees or your thighs, and your eyes are open, just looking down at the floor very gently. So that's step 1, take your seat. Step 2, place your awareness on your breath. So just notice where you're breathing in your body. Where do you feel the breath coming in and out? There's no need to manipulate the breath, just breathe naturally. It may feel like you're not breathing naturally when you focus on the breath. That's totally normal. Just do the best that you can. With consistent practice, it will feel less like you're doing anything with the breath and more like you're just watching your body breathe. And now step 3, when you notice you're thinking, and you certainly will, just simply label it thinking. Just say to yourself mentally, thinking. That's all. No judgment. No need to analyze your thoughts. Just be gentle with yourself. What we are cultivating here is gentleness and precision. So gentleness towards ourselves, and then precision at the focus of our mind. So place your awareness on your breath. Label thoughts thinking. And let's begin. I'm going to ring a little gong here to begin. And then again when we finish. You can just very simply, gradually release the focus of your breath. And that's the practice. So that was a very short time to sit. Obviously you can do it much longer at home. But I just wanted to give you the very simple instructions. And I hope that you all will practice and get a little more present and more mindful in your life. And everyone have a great day. It's great to practice with you.
I hope you enjoyed this meditation as much as I did. And remember, you're never alone. Feel free to join our community over on Facebook or Instagram. I'll see you next time.
I cleaned up my bed.